And joining me now to speak about this is a blockchain educator and crypto analyst, Obinna. Good to have you join us. Now, in the last 5 years in the country, we've seen a virtual currency boom. Nigeria has been said to have traded about $500 million of Bitcoin, making it the second largest market after the U.S. So this prohibition of transaction in cryptocurrency by the Central Bank of Nigeria, how does it come to you, especially when you look at the reasons given?
Okay, thank you so much. The issue of the cryptocurrency regulation sort of being introduced by the central bank is not one which is in the best interest of the industry, okay? Because when you look at the market of the cryptocurrency, you will see that it has created some sort of economic activity. And if this central bank has some issues with it, what they could do is to come in and ask, okay, how do we make this thing safe? Because this is already a market and an industry, all right? So you don't just come in and strangulate it, all right? But instead, you come in and regulate it safely for the users. You know, like you just quoted, you said there has been about $500 million traded in the cryptocurrency market. That is a strong economic activity for the country. And that is something that we should be looking at harnessing, all right, and turning around, you know, to impact on our economy. And this is the best thing that could be of great significant progress to the country. So the directive that the central bank has given to the cryptocurrency exchanges, who are like the sort of clearing houses for cryptocurrency transactions, stopping them from being able to access financial services through banks is not a good one. Because
Obinna, if I may just quickly jump in, but do you agree that these the reasons given by the Central Bank of Nigeria, that these threats are real? For example, they talk about fraudulent activities. They also talk about funding terrorism, especially when you look at the fact that we're in a place where we're seeing a spate of insecurity in the country. So do you agree that these threats are real?
Okay. One of the fraudulent activities that the central bank cited was money laundering and funding terrorism. But if we go back into history, when did cryptocurrency even come into existence? That's the first question you ask yourself, all right? The cryptocurrency came into existence with the introduction of Bitcoin. And like we all know, the first Bitcoin block was mined on January 3rd, 2009. And as at the time the first Bitcoin block was mined, it was worthless. Right? The first ever Bitcoin transaction to happen in this world took place in 2010. And what happened on that day, we call it the Bitcoin Pizza Day. On that day, somebody used 10,000 Bitcoins to buy just 2 packs of pizzas. 10,000 Bitcoins. Think about the value of 1 Bitcoin today. That is to tell you how far this industry has come. And that is to tell you that the first time a human being was able to accept cryptocurrency for payment in exchange for a good or service was in May 2010. So are you trying to say that money laundering or terrorism started in May 2010? That you would allude money laundering and terrorism to Bitcoin? All right? The truth is that there are bad players in every industry, all right? But before you get one bad player, you have gotten 1,000 good players. So do we throw the baby out with the bad water, because maybe you have had a case of one case of money laundering and then you criminalize the whole industry? That is absolutely not right. So if there has been a case of a bad player in the system, what you do is to come in and investigate. In fact, it will interest you to know that early this year, in January this year, industry players came together, all right, and we formed an anti-crypto scam task force and committee. That is to show you that there is a concern about the industry, and that the industry players are trying their best to make sure that the industry is safe for everyone to play. Nobody directed the industry to do that. But the industry saw that there are some bad players who are using crypto for scam. So we have to form a task force and a committee and then invite the government in and say, these are the guidelines, these are the framework through which you can check and verify a crypto project or a blockchain project. All right. So if this thing does not meet these guidelines, then we would ask the government and the law to prosecute.
All right. The governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria has been invited by the National Assembly. We'll see how that plays out. Blockchain educator and crypto analyst Obinna, thanks for talking to us.
Thank you.